In this video, Zoe and I are heading off to her first event and to the Motorhome Show in Hamilton, which is a pretty big event. It was pretty full on, so we didn't stay that long, but it was fun to have a look anyway. So it was a pretty overwhelming experience for young Zoe. She wasn't too impressed. It was all a bit scary, so many humans. But we did have a fairly sort of laid-back corner. It wasn't too bad there. But still, there was just people everywhere. So as you can see in my footage, it actually got worse. In the end, you actually couldn't get into the tents. So I left it at about that point. So yeah. But yeah, no, it was lots to see. I mean, I love looking at the vintage stuff and things like that. I'm not really interested in looking at lots and lots of motorhomes. They just kind of turn into a big blur in the end. Here's Wayne Hunt's stall, which I did record him explaining one of his tow things he's importing now. That's a vintage Land Rover camper. There was quite a few vintage campers. It was quite cool to look at those. I love that. But yeah, in the end it just got too crazy for me. It was good to have a look. And in the end, Zoe and I actually ended up heading out. We only stayed one night and then left. But yeah, this bike was pretty cool. It's got an attachable motor. The whole drive bit you can take off and put back on to turn it into an electric bike. But yeah, a lot to take in.
To the 2-inch receiver, and it would normally be for travel, be around there, and then when you want to use it, it just swings out, and then these are purely, you bring your vehicle into within Kui, these then connect, oscillates both ways and up and down for ease of fitting. Then once you're connected, you watch you start to drive away, that's then locked into place, and you're now towing. And depending on the weight of the vehicle and the rating of your van, if you need a brake, this sits in the footwell of the car being towed. That connects to the brake pedal and Bluetooth control up to the cab of the motorhome, controlling the braking on the rear vehicle.
Wow.
Well, I just had a big walk around the Motorhome Show. Far out. It was busy. I went into one of the tents and you actually couldn't move, so I walked straight back out again. Yeah, I think I'm done. Zoe's been scared, so she doesn't even want to come outside on the harness. My neighbours over there like to party late, so I didn't get much sleep last night actually. So I think I might head out of here and let Zoe out. It was a bit of a short visit. I just had a really good walk around the whole show. Took photos, took video, and that'll do, I think. So we made it back to the park up. Zoe's having some fun running around. Thank goodness for that. She was starting to climb the walls and do all sorts of things, and yeah, just relax. Yeah, it was pretty busy, pretty noisy, so it was actually really nice to get back out into the country. I'm a bit of a country bumpkin anyway, I think, but it was an interesting place to go. I've never camped there before, so it was a new experience. And yeah, but I do prefer peace and quiet. I know that that's very much who I am. I get quite overwhelmed in really noisy places, so yeah, glad to be relaxed and parked up again. And there was also a bit of a farewell for Ellen and Esther here, so I wanted to get back to that too. So I went to that, and that was also really lovely. It was a nice evening. I'm sitting at my desk at the moment looking at all this footage and trying to put it all together in some manner that makes sense. I've had to voice over most of the stuff from the show because it was just so noisy there, so I couldn't really use much of the footage audio from there anyway. But yeah, I'm just having a look through it, and it seems a bit rushed, but I really only did race through there into the actual show bit for a couple of hours and then I'd actually had enough. That's about typical for me. So it was an interesting experience actually staying there the night. I've never done that before. In the past, I'd always catch a ride in with Harry and Lorraine and go home again, you know. So yeah, one night was enough for me, definitely. So many motorhomes. I think they said there were 3,000 people visited in motorhomes at that show. So that's a ridiculous amount of campers. Um, yeah, Zoe was pleased to leave too. I've just been slowly getting things tidied up here with the truck, greasing, all of that stuff, maintenance, and I'll book it in for COF on Monday. I'll call them, see when I can get an appointment and go and cross everything and go and do that. And then if that all goes well and everything goes well, yeah, I might head down to Woodville. I'm not sure yet. Like yesterday I came home from town and the truck sounded funny again, but it was wet. So I'm wondering if it's still around that friggin' fan belt thing. You know, that it gets water on it and starts acting up or something. It's a possibility. I'll have to have a proper look. It's too wet out there at the moment to climb under there. This morning's delightful surprise was my water pump didn't work. But it was just a loose wire. I just had to jiggle it where it goes into the pressure switch. They get a bit of dirt in them there sometimes. So, because there's a big puddle there, so I really don't want to crawl under there. I've got a spare water pump, but in this weather, I don't feel like doing that. So, yeah, I thought since it was raining, I might as well edit this video and do something with it. Summer's coming. We're in October. I don't quite know how that happened so fast, but anyway, I hope you're having a wonderful time out there. Life seems to be returning a bit more to normal, you know. Here, you know, it feels more normal when you go into places and everybody hasn't got their face covered, you know, and things like that. So anyway, I want to send you all lots and lots of love. I hope you enjoyed my quick squiz through the motorhome show, and it really was quite quick. I went for a big walk around it in the afternoon. I got there, but I forgot to take my SD card and my camera, so I didn't record anything. So the next day I just basically raced around with my camera. So yeah, that's why there wasn't as much long footage as I would have otherwise made. SD cards are important. Your camera is a brick without it, and I didn't even take my phone, otherwise I would have used my phone. Anyway, it was an interesting experience. I want to send you all lots of love and safe travels, and I'll see you in my next video.